SolidPlan is the plan design solution on top of SolidWorks. It's a full package that runs seamlessly into SolidWorks as an add-in. SolidPlan gives all the capabilities to SolidWorks for a full performance on plan design. First of all, we're going to see how SolidPlan works. At the beginning, we might create a PID from any software that exists on the market. Once we have finished, we export it as an Excel file, and SolidPlan will retrieve the information from the spreadsheet directly to the project database. Also, we will generate our list of piping specification with the SolidPlan tool Speculator and save it into the project database. Altogether, the PID and the specification list will be the core of our plan design system setup. SolidPlan is in fact a specification-driven system. In the 3D design, the model project is divided into three major features that are piping, equipment, and structure modeler. Now we are able to design our 3D plan with advanced routing and editing features for an efficient and quality work. From the 3D model, we can produce general arrangement drawings, plant sections, equipment location drawings, and finished isometric drawings. And also we can generate bill of materials and a piping isometric drawings on a PCF format. As we said before, SolidPlan is a project-based system. Now we're going to see the interface of SolidPlan and the main features of the program. Here we have the SolidPlan interface that suits perfectly within the SolidWorks environment. On the right side, we have the SolidPlan Project Manager, where we can open or create a new project. On the left side, the Feature Manager shows how SolidPlan divided our project on three major assemblies that are equipment, piping, and structure. On the bottom of the SolidPlan Project Manager, we have the document list tree with the features of the current project, in which we can see, for example, all the pipe routing line tagged with detailed information. On top side, we take a look of the SolidPlan toolbars with all the features and commands divided by modules: SolidPlan ribbon, structure, equipment, routing, component, and finally drawing. We are going to start with the project initial data setup. SolidPlan can import all the data list from the PID. Also, SolidPlan provides a tool called Tag Manager for more tagging setup. Let's see how SolidPlan imports the data from the PID by clicking the command Tag Manager on the SolidPlan project pane. The dialog box Tag Manager pops up, and then we click on the button Import Tag. We select the PID file that is coming from the PID, and we open it. We take a look of the spreadsheet and how is organized information on columns and rows, and for types of component lists. So we press the open button and another dialog box appears. We select the component type and assign the list from the Excel worksheet. We press OK, and from the dialog box Import Tag Data, we can see the data from the PID related to the list we already choose. We are able to customize the columns at our convenience. And then we press OK, and the information is loaded into our project database. We see all the information already added. We press again the Import Tag button, we open the PID list, and we select the component type, equipment, and the Excel worksheet list, equipment list. We press OK, and we check the information and press OK. We can check all the information is being added to the database. And now we press button Import Tag. and select the component instrument and the else worksheet list instrument list. We press OK. We check the information and we save it. On the right side, the document list tree has been updated with all the information we have just inserted. There are three different colors in which the tags can be shown: black, blue and red. Red means that it is not created and added the model into the project. The blue one is a model created but doesn't exist into the model project. And finally, black is inserted already into the project.
The project configuration system. SolidPlan has centralized all of its settings by project properties, divided in 4 groups: General, Piping Specification, Model Setup, and Component Color. On the right side, into the SolidPlan Project Manager, we click on the button Project Property. A dialog box automatically pops up with the general information of our project. We are able to see the project name, the project path, and also we can add all the information is required. On the project description, we're going to add SolidPlan demo. In the piping specification tab, we have to select the piping specification we are going to use in our project. We can add or delete it. In the next step, model setup, we can select the snapshots we are going to use in our project, or change the shade quality or the wireframe quality. Finally, the component color, that is divided per type of components. And for example, for the piping routing, the colors are divided into nominal diameter or service. We're able to customize the color. Now let's see how to generate the piping specification by using the SolidPlan tool Speculator. With Speculator, we're able to create the custom specs using a wide range of catalogs that is provided by SolidPlan. We can also use the branch editor tool for the fitting status displays on a chart table, or the category editor in case we want to add a new special item. From the app of SolidPlan ribbon, we click on the command Spec Creator. Automatically, the application Spec Creator appears in front of us. We start by clicking the New Spec button. A dialog box pops up, and we can select between the spec units Metric, Mixed Metrics, and Imperial. We save our project under the name, in this case, SolidPlan Demo. And then we save it. In the catalog dialog box, we can add the catalog we want to use in our pipe specs. Pressing the Add button, we can see all the catalog that provides SolidPlan from standard to manufacturer's one. For our project, we're going to use the ANSI ASME catalog. Now we start by clicking the button Add New Table. A dialog box appears and we select Pipe Specifications. We click on OK, and now we're going to start adding the information to the items. First of all, we select half to 1.5, the schedule 80, the class name pipe, and we click on preview. The system will show you the preview from all the detailed information coming from the catalog. We deselect the preview checkbox and then we add a new row. We insert the information for the new item. And then we select the class name, pipe. We do the preview. We have also the possibility to change the name description. We refresh and then we see all the description information is being changed. We also have the possibility to change the item code, so the clients have the possibility to use their own codes. Disable the checkbox that are in the left side of the column. We can remove the items we don't want to use into our project. And now we add a new table. In this case, we are going to select fittings. So we start adding the information to the item from half to 1.5. We select the rating, 3000, the class name, elbow 90 degrees, and end conduction. We click on the preview and check the information. Disable preview, and now we are going to add a new row. From 2 to 12, schedule, and conduction, and again elbow 90 degrees. We preview and then click on the right button of the mouse, select duplicate, and we clone the information in a new row. We duplicate again, and instead of writing all the information, we just change the class name. In this case, instead of elbow 90 degrees, we select 45 degrees, and then with the preview we check the information. We add a new table and we select flange from the list. We click on OK and we add the information to the item. Facing raised face, and we select the flange we want to use. We click on preview and we see the information. We duplicate again, and instead of the flange we were using before, we select another one. We click on preview. Now we add a new table, fastener, and again we add the information. In this case, bolt. We preview, we check, and we disable the preview. We duplicate, and again we select another one. We have also the possibility checking the information that is coming from the gasket that we have two kinds of catalogs. So we click on the preview, we add a new column, and we select, in this case, catalog. Automatically it's been added, the column. We choose the one we want to use for our specifications, we preview, and we can check the information that is being filtered. Now we add a new table, the last one, valve, and again we introduce the information. Rating 300, facing, and finally the class name. We preview, we duplicate, and instead of valve gate we're going to use valve globe. Now our specifications are inserted into our project database. We're going to use now the BRAM editor tool. On the left side, in vertical, we have the main size of the pipe. In horizontal, on the right side, we have the branch size of the pipe. This is very useful for the pipe designer. He can select and add into the chart tables the fittings he wants to use. In this case, we apply a socolet. And the next one, we select an stabbing. With the catalog editor, we can create our own catalogs, and also we can add it to catalogs, new item or special items. We select an existing catalog. We select the table, in this case French, and we build a filter in order to have a tight selection. We start with class name, and we select the flange, the facing, the main size, and finally the rating 300. We save the filter, we click on OK, and then we select the filter we just created. We can check now the item we have just selected with all the information that is stored in the catalog. Now we copy and paste the new row in order to have a new special item. We go to the field component length and we change it. Also, we can create our own catalogs. So in this case, this item is going to be stored in solid plan catalog. And now we start with the 3D modeling. SolidPlan provides a lot of tools for speeding up our 3D design. With the comprehensive and intuitive commands, we are able to generate structured grids, assign members in columns, as well as objects, platforms, modelers. From a simple plan we have created before, we are going to model a fully equipped structure with its components in less than 10 minutes. First of all, we change the view position, and now we're going to add some structure in this area. We click on Edit on the Assembly Structures in the Feature Manager of SolidWorks, and then we click on Structure 3D Grid. On the left side appears the 3D Grid pane. First of all, we select the destination point of the 3D grid. Then we go to the selected point command on the left side, and automatically is positioned the 3D grid. Now we set the parameters. In X we set -2000, in Y 5400, and finally 4000. We edit the structure assembly and we click on the sketch line. We insert a structure member, we click on standard, and we see all the libraries SolidPlan support: ANSI, DIN, ISO, GS, and so on. Then the type of the shape, and then the size. We click again in the line sketch, and another one. So we realize that it's very easy to model structures in SolidPlan. We click on OK, we exit from the edit mode, and we edit a structure assembly. Now we're going to introduce 3 bins using the draw structure member command. We are in 3D sketch mode, we draw the lines, and then when we finish, we exit from the sketch mode. Automatically a dialog box appears to us, and we select the standard we want to use, the shape, and the size of the bin. And the 3 bins automatically are introduced into the assembly. If we want to edit the position, we edit the structure member, and then we select the angle and locate the profile. We click on OK, and we finish our structure. We edit the structure assembly in order to insert the components of the structure. So we click in the position we want to add our model, in this case the stairs, and we sketch a line in 3D sketch mode. We dimension 1000, we move it if we want in the position we want to have the stair. We exit from the sketch mode, and automatically a dialog box appears to us. In this case, is for the stair models. We set the parameters 4000, 90 degrees on the left, 2 platforms, and 180 degrees on the right. We apply, and we see our stair. Now we're going to start another model. So we edit the structure assembly, we select the position, it's the same concept as the stairs model. We click on the leather one, we draw an scale line, we exit, and automatically a new dialog box appears. We set the parameters 4000, and then we apply. The next model we're going to insert is the handrail. So same concept, we edit the structural assembly, we select the position, and then we click on the handrail command. We draw the lines, a second change of lines, and then we exit from the sketch mode. Automatically another dialog box appears. We set the parameter, and then we have our handrail. The last model we're going to insert is the floor plate. We edit the assembly, we position it, and then we click on the floor plate command. We sketch a rectangle, we exit, and then on the left side we change the set parameters, 30 and fleet car. And we exit. We can see that in less than 10 minutes we have a fully equipped structure with all the components. Getting started with 3D equipment model design, SolidPlan provides with equipment libraries, for example, pump, vessel, exchanger, and so on. Also, we are going to learn how to import a model from either SolidWorks or any other 3D CAD software and convert it into SolidPlan, as well as define a nozzle on the equipment. We can see the equipment existing in the project right now. First of all, we edit the equipment assembly because we want to create a new equipment using the libraries are coming with this version of SolidPlan. So we click on the Create Equipment command from the Equipment toolbar, and we take a look to all the components that are available, such as cyclones, heat exchangers, storage tanks, vessels, but for our demo we select the pump, and on the right side we will press the Properties tab. In here we map with the tag to the pump from the information is already into the project database that were inserted previously from the PID. Automatically, the equipment has the information added and the new equipment is already created. We can customize the parameters of the pump, and that's it. We close and we save the model. On the right side, we refresh the tags, and now we can check the information that is in the tree is being updated into the blue tag. That means that now it's created but is not inserted into the model project. So we press on the tag and we insert the component. And SolidPlan locates the equipment on the origin of the main assembly. And now we selected from the assembly the model part. Now we press on the command Move Equipment and we select the origin point of the equipment. On the left side, we select the field for the destination point. And we select the point. We apply, and automatically the equipment is snapped in the position. Now we want to rotate. We click on the axis and we set 180 degrees. We apply, and automatically is rotated the equipment. Now we want to convert an existing model that was created previously in SolidWorks. SolidPlan is able to import any 3D CAD model from any software as long as it's supported by SolidWorks. First step, we create a new assembly. We browse the part equipment. And then we insert it. We have now the model part. We click on the Convert Equipment button, and from the dialog box we choose the tag for this particular equipment. We apply, and we see that the name is being changed into the assembly. Finally, the last step is to define the nozzle into the equipment. We press on Create Nozzle button, and on the left side into the wizard we add the tag by pressing the arrow button if we want that SolidPlan automatically generates the tag. We select the specification list we want to use, the size, and then we check on the user nozzle. We press on New Nozzle, and now we are in the Position tab. We go to View, Points, in order to see the point nozzle that is going to be created now. So we select the position, and automatically the nozzle is being created. We press OK. We save it. And then we close. Now we see that it's in red. We refresh the tag, and now it's blue. We select it, and we press the button Insert Component, and automatically it's being positioned the equipment. Now we get into the 3D pipe routing design using different methods. The first concept is to write the pipe manually and assign the tag from the tag list. We can use the Auto Route tool that allows us to select different alternative routes. The second concept is to generate the pipe routing semi-automatically with the Smart Fitting. Let's start with the pipe routing design. First of all, we're going to click on the SolidPlan Pipe Routing Manager on the right side. Then we click on New Model Pipe, and a dialog box pops up. We select the tag we want to use for this pipe routing, and then is fill out all the information that is scanned from the PID and from the specification list. We apply, click on OK, and on the left side in the Feature Manager we see our model in blue. We press on the manual route command, and let's start routing in 3D sketch mode. We select the center, and we're going to the nozzle. We select the point, and we sketch. We just design, no matter the dimension. It is not necessary to be exact. We press on the button along X, then into the center of the nozzle, and then the system creates the pipe. We can see that it's not fully defined, and we can move it, and that the model reveals itself. Now we are going to show you the smart fitting. We press again into the manual route button and we click on the elbow. We design another line, then we snap center along X and into the center of the nozzle. Automatically the system creates the pipe with a new features. Instead of the elbow, we see now it's being created a T. We move it and the system reveals itself. Now we're going to select a new model pipe. We assign the tag, we check the information, we apply, we click on OK, and now we're going to use the new feature, auto route. So we go to the T as the origin point, and the destination point, it will be the nozzle of the vessel. And we select the best route from the alternative direction that will give us. We click on the arrows, and once we have our decision made, we just click on OK. Automatically, the model is being created and we can move it because it's not fully defined yet. So we can see that it's very easy and flexible design pipes with solid plan. Into the 3D design, we need to manipulate and modify our pipe routing. SolidPlan provides functionalities for speeding up our project, such as delete route, elevation move pipe, offset pipe, and so on. Also, we use the complete smart dimension driving with SolidWorks. We start changing the position of the pipe. In this case, we're going to use this section of a pipe and reference on the surface of the bin. We have a look, more detail, and we select the sketch line. And then we click on the elevation move command on the routing ribbon. We select the sketch line again and select the point reference of the pipe and then the target reference, the surface of the bin. Now we insert the gap distance 150, we apply, and automatically it changes the elevation. And now we're going to use the features of SolidWorks in order to dimension our pipes. As we remember, our pipeline is still not fully defined, so we can use the dimension from SolidWorks and dimension the section. So we go to the sketch ribbon, click on start dimension, and set the parameter. In this case, 1000. We click on OK and automatically is modified our pipes. Now I'm going to show how to add some components to the pipe routing and use some more features of SolidPlan like chain size, yoke or expansion loop, or split pipe. Now we are going to start adding the components. In this area, we're going to place a pipe support. We click on the pipe support button, and on the left side we have the pipe support manager. We select the pipe we want to use, select the surface of the pipe, and then the reference face. and now move it to the center of the bin. That's it. We have pipe support. And now we want to resize a section of a pipe. So first of all, we click on the line sketch of the pipe. We click on change size button and we select from the specification list the size 150 and we apply. Then the system generates the reducers needed for the pipe automatically. In the next feature, jog route, we are able to make a loop into the pipe section. So we sketch the dimension, we close, and automatically it's generated the loop. It's not fully defined, so we can move it, and then it's rebuilt again. Now we're gonna insert into this pipe section a gate valve. We click on the routing tab, and then we click on the sketch line. We select valve, and a dialog box appears to us in order to assign the tag to the valve. So we click on OK, and a valve is being created into the model with all the specifications added. And finally, for long pipes, we can use the future split pipe. So we click on the sketch line of the section, we click on the button, and then we select the size of pipe section in which is divided the pipe. And coming to the end, we need the production drawings, including the GI drawings, the bill of materials, and a export to neutral format PCF for piping isometric drawing. From the model we created, we press on the button New Drawing. We select the template we want to use, and we select the view of our model and drag it to the plane. We go to the annotation ribbon and press the command Smart Dimension. And now we add some dimensions. And now we add some annotation to the drawing. We zoom a little bit in this area. With Solid Plan, we can select, for example, the section of a pipe and then the button COP, center of pipe, for the elevation referred to the soil. Also, the BOP, bottom of pipe. By clicking on the line number, we have the detailed information of the section of the pipe. With Solid Plan, we can use the tool Bill of Materials. We can see the dialog box of the Bill of Materials, and we can customize by line number or by type of components. We close, and automatically it's been added to the drawing. We check the information, and we come back to the model. Now we're going to use the command project report from the Solid Plan ribbon, and we export the information to an Excel file. We write the name of the file, and we save it. We go to the Configuration Manager, and we select the default view. By clicking the Gen PCF button, we generate the piping isometric drawings, and we exclude the items we don't want to use. We generate, we click on OK, and we close. We refresh the document list and we can see the piping isometric drawing is being created. Double click and we get into the document. We can see the piping isometric drawing and all the detailed information. And we can see also all the technical information of the pipe with the component description, fittings and flanges. SolidPlan is coming with the ISOGEN license.